So Hazer, I mean, obviously the first question that I'm going to ask is 14-12 win over Las Vegas. What were the positives that you took out of that game?
Uh, yeah, actually, lots of energy. Pretty much through the game. A little slow start, but once we got going, I thought we were really good and really efficient. And the way we kind of, it was an up back and forth game, but whenever they went on a little bit of a run, we answered really quickly to extend it a little bit or keep it really close. And I thought defensively we were good. We got better as time went on. Um, and I thought Hutchie played well. Again, he'll admit it to it, and he did at practice Tuesday. But there's a couple soft ones there that he'd like to have back. But at the end of the day, here the last eight and a half, 10 minutes of the fourth quarter, he didn't allow another one, and that's a good sign because it's part of his process, it's part of his growth. He shut the door when we needed it most.
All right. My next question is, so obviously you've coached Tuts and Lordy, but how good was it to see them in Nighthawks uniforms, especially Lordy coming back to the organization?
Yeah, really good. Again, they're just two wily vets that just bring a presence. They're really physical. Um, they hold themselves accountable, and Tutton's voice kind of is helping Coatsy a little bit here on the back end as well. He's yeah, he's been through it. He's won championships. And the guys know how to play. And again, Lordy just goes about his business and he's an anchor. And with two guys on the floor at the same time, never mind, you're gonna have to be aware because they're really physical, and it was good to see.
And my last question is, so this game, you've got three guys that I believe are in the top 10 in games played all time in NLL history. You've got Vino, Paul Dawson, Ian Lord. You've coached all three of them. What makes them have such longevity in this league, and what makes them so good at their ages?
They're just the way they prepare off the floor. They do a lot of stuff to keep their body ready to go. I know Vino Lordy as well, Vino especially. He's a student of the game. He's doing a lot of film work. He's checking his notes. It's kind of like Santa Claus, is checking it twice. And he's just so mentally prepared and dialed in. And as is Polly, as is Lordy, they know what it takes. They know what it took then, and they know what it takes even more so now that they're a little bit older. They're so in tune with their body, and they're just whatever it takes for them to be ready is bottle up, sell it, and they'll make lots of money.
All right, Griffin.
Hey, Coach. So I know that these matchups against Buffalo last year went down to the wire in different ways, right? You were up in the fourth quarter in the home game, ended up having five straight goals. They won that one by two, and then you lost by one. What did those games really teach you about Buffalo that you can now utilize this season?
That we're close. And again, every year is a different year, and it's a different like I say, it's a different challenge here for us, right? But yeah, that we're getting better, I guess, at the end of the day. And again, we played them early last year as well. So hopefully we got our legs underneath us a little bit here from week one, where they were kind of sitting watching, and hopefully we can capitalize on a little bit of that. But at the same time, we got to be ready for 60 minutes because they're a team of runs, and when they get going, they are so tough to stop. Yeah, so we just gotta make sure we're dialed in and doing things we need to do from the get-go all the way to the end of the game because they're coming.
That was something I was going to touch on too, with how they have those runs. You've been around the game for a long time. Are they one of those like just legacy teams that they really live and die by that? Because if you get them on a good day, you're sitting pretty, but once they, like you said, score five, six in a row, it's really tough to stop them.
Well, 100%. And again, they have that ability. They have that ability from the back end. They're going to push. Vino's going to make a save first, and then they're going to push, and then Burn gets one, and he starts feeling it, and then he gets two, and then Dane gets one, and it's a snowball that's going downhill that, like I say, is really tough to stop. So we got to do what we got to do. We just got to make sure we're doing the things that we think are going to make us successful. and just stick with it no matter what.
Something I find interesting is they're so unbalanced in their midfield in terms of righties and lefties, where you guys are the complete opposite, almost kind of split right down the middle with righties and lefties. Is that something that changes preparation for you as a coach in terms of, how you're going to defend them?
No, not really. And they're a little bit different this year where, I guess with Emerson on the IR there, they really only got three offensive lefties dressed, I guess, for the most part. And then I'm saying that with Ian McKay being one of those lefties as well, right? So it is, but again, they are a team that has been so consistent, and they do what they do so well, so consistently, that we like I say, that we expect it, but at the same day, it's tough to stop it, right? So we're familiar with them. Again, we just got to make sure we're at our best, because they're going to be every time.
So there's a lot of buzz around the community of if they can do what you guys did, the previous Nighthawks organization, and win 3 in a row, and they have that target on their back. Playing with that pressure, what is that like throughout that entire time from winning your first to then you get your second, and now, okay, can we do what only one other team has ever done in the history of the NLL?
E- If I look back at it, we tried not to put that pressure on us. We just, again, focused on game in, game out, and just worried about that. So if they feel the pressure, then good, because the pressure comes sometimes lead to mistakes a little bit, right? But you know what? Those guys they're veteran, and they all played so well together and so long together that I don't think it matters at the end of the day. At least anyways, I guess I'm talking personally here. It's just go out and again, be your best that night and see what happens, and just string a bunch of runs together throughout the year that gets you to the final game in end of May. And again, that's what we're looking to do here as well. And yeah, we're going to do our damnedest to make sure it doesn't happen.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Coach, good to see you. I've got a few questions. I know I'm not as filled in as some of the other guys on the call here. What I guess is the most you can kind of give insight of what's been going on with Rylan Hartley and why he didn't play last week.
Yeah, Ryland's got a lower body injury here, so yeah, he's good. He's healthy otherwise. Yeah, he just stretched it a little too far, and he tweaked it. So he's chomping at the bit, and again, it's just going to be a matter of time that he's going to get strong. And again, he's a dynamic goalie that doesn't just stand there. He bounces around a lot, so it puts a little bit of added tension on that injury. And he understands that it's still sore right now. So if it's still sore today, it's going to be limited here a little bit what he's going to be able to do. And we'll just go on day to day, week to week with him.
And not to put you on the spot, but I guess on the record, is that so confirming that this is not at all concussion related?
This is not at all concussion related. Go talk if you're around, go talk to him.
Yeah.
Definitely not concussion related. He's in a real good mood. It's just
Amazing. And then just finally for you, so considering what you just said about his status, is it kind of a up in the air thing as to who's going to be the starter this weekend, or is that have you decided that, and will it be him?
well, it's going to be Hutchie again. Hutchie's going to go back to back off that, and Kevin's going to be our backup for this week. And yeah, Hearts is not quite ready this week, but he's getting closer.
Is there more of a timeline or no?
No, it's just a matter of when he's going to feel good enough to throw the pads back on, and where he does what he does, he can be him, and it's not going to hinder him. That's when he's going to be back.
Perfect. Well, sorry for pushing on the issue, but thanks so much.
No problem.
Anybody else got anything? All right, Hazer, thank you much. And everyone else, thank you for your time today.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.